Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of our award-winning Tuesday Talk with Dee and E. No, we have not won an award yet, but we claiming it in advance. Just thank y'all for your feedback, your support, reaching out, asking questions, getting your family protected and covered. And it means so much when you're talking to us about stuff you had never thought about.
What's your name?
I'm in a Smith, and you are?
D. Carter.
We're here.
You just ready.
I'm ready. Listen, we got something that we would need to talk to y'all about today that's really, really, really important. We actually was going to talk about something else, but we called an audible at the last minute because this is way too important. Even put it off next week. And it's something way, way too many people say under 50. And when you try to talk to them about protecting their family or talk to them about life insurance, the way they try to get rid of you is say what?
I already have life insurance on my job.
Oh my God. You really want to upset me. Let's talk about this great life insurance on your job.
But first, before you go in, because you're
I
about to go in.
I am about to go in. I am going in hard too.
Before you go in, I just want to put a couple questions on your mind. Since you've been working, how many jobs have you had? How many times have you had to sign up for the life insurance on that job? How long do you think that you're going to stay on this job or pass away on this job where you can even collect on that life insurance?
Y'all like that life insurance at work because it's either free or real cheap, okay? Mm-hmm. This is a capitalistic country. The fact that it's cheap or free is because the likelihood of you or your family ever benefiting from it is unlikely. Mm-hmm. Hear me. Only 2.8% of people ever benefit from life insurance at work because most people don't die accidentally. Unless you're gonna get run over by a train or fall asleep at night, run off a bridge and kill yourself, your beneficiaries will never benefit from life insurance on your job because most people don't die while they're still working. They get sick, leave the employment of the job, and when you leave the employment of the job, you guess what you left? The life insurance, because it's a group policy that covers the employees, not you when you leave. That's 90% of you. There is 10%, it's called portable, where if you leave the company, you can take it with you. But it's under COBRA, which means it is so expensive that you can't afford it anyway. So check this out. Not only if you went and did it, then you leave. You can't afford it, or you can't take it with you at all. Now you sick. So guess what you can't get?
No life insurance. Can't get it. But most importantly is just like you said, when you leave, most of the time you don't die while you have that policy in action while you're working. But let's just say that you do decide to retire, from there. You retire from that job, that life insurance policy is only while you're at that job still. And so you didn't retire and now you got to look for another life insurance. Most of the time it's going to be final expense by that time because that policy is most likely going to be a term. And so let's just say you didn't work the 30 years of the term. Now it's gone and you can't convert it. It's not portable. And so you're stuck looking for something that's going to be way more expensive now because you're older and you are retired and way less money because that $100,000 that they're promising on that job.
Oh, that's too high.
Yes.
No.
Some of them are, but even still, because people, y'all have to understand that when you're trying to get these policies, don't just pick a big number and run with it. Understand what you're choosing with that number. Because just like you said, it's free sometimes. And it's $20, $30, maybe, if that much. A pay period. And so you feel like you're not missing it. But you've had 5 jobs from the time you were 19 to 30. Look at how many $20, $30 then came out of that check that you could have been saving and putting towards a policy that you can actually take with you wherever you go. And getting it young actually counts because once you start that first job is when you really need to be getting it. But some people don't, and that's okay. But I want to make sure that you don't waste that money, even if it's free. You're still wasting your time having a policy that's not going to benefit your family if you don't pass away while you're on that job and have that insurance.
Listen, bottom line is this. Don't run around talking about, I got insurance on my job. That's basically a way of saying I don't have any. Because if you don't die accidentally, you don't have any. And the worst thing you want to do is get sick, leave work, now you don't have any life insurance, and because you're sick, you can't get any. So now you're going to die and leave a mess. You have got to be more responsible than that.
Yeah.
Pretty please? So let's do this. Let's do this.
Pretty please. Pretty please.
These folks tear my nerves up with some of the stuff they be doing. Listen, if you got life insurance on your job and that's all you got, consider yourself not having any. Get you a policy while you're younger and it's affordable and you won't miss the money. Get you a policy today outside of your job that can go with you till the Lord come get you no matter what happens. Be responsible. Don't just be talking about I got life insurance on my job like you got something. That's a way of saying I don't have anything and I'm irresponsible. You cannot talk about you love your family and then only got life insurance through work. Because basically if you die, you just left them in a real bind.
And we understand. Don't get us wrong. We do understand the people that just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Don't be afraid to ask questions because I know that y'all don't know all of the questions to ask. And so let us help you with knowing what questions to ask when you do have that policy on your job, because I understand that you feel like you're being covered, but you're not truly covered because you've had how many jobs since you started in the work industry? How many life insurance policies have you had to leave and then rejoin one? You've wasted money, you've wasted time. We want to make sure that that's not the only thing. If you want to keep that free or dirt cheap policy that you have on your job, that's all fine. You want to be covered. But we want to make sure that you have something outside of that job because businesses close, people quit, people get fired. There's all kinds of reasons.
People steady getting laid off right now.
Right now, especially the layoff game is. Whew. And so, if y'all have those jobs, don't depend on them. You need to make sure that you're depending on you right now to have yourself covered with a policy for you and your family. Because one thing that is guaranteed in life. We can't even really say taxes right now because we don't know what's going to happen with all that. But we can say that we know that everyone is going to pass away, hopefully later rather than sooner.
They teach us to say not to say pass away. They teach us to say they're going to die because it has a greater impact.
Well,
it has a greater impact than saying pass away.
You're going to die, okay? So that's the one thing that is for sure in life is death. And so make sure that you are covered, your family's covered. It doesn't have to be $1 million, $100,000, anything. Just enough to have a peaceful burial, please. Just enough. And so that's a hot little $10,000 that you might pay $20, $30 for a month. And so just enough to bury you and so you can have a nice home going. And so your family won't be stressed and calling all around to find out who got the most money in the family. Maybe they can help and all of that. Okay? We don't want that. Contact us.
Last thing, you got that little life insurance policy at work. You don't have any life insurance. Only 2.8% of people ever benefit from life insurance on a job because most people do not die while they are still working. They get sick and leave the employment of the company. Now they no longer have any life insurance, and because they are sick, they can't get any. Don't let that happen to you. That good enough?
Let's do it.
I'm
Have
done.
this conversation with your family.
You take us out. I'm done.
Have this conversation with your family. 1 in 5 people don't have life insurance. And so have the conversation in your family. All right. Let's see y'all. Peace.
Let's not have this conversation again.